We'll talk after. Okay, so the homework that we did was this question, but just in case you forgot. Okay, so what we do is we line up our scrap piece of paper with B to C, because that's what we are looking for, right? We're looking for the profile from B to C. And then we put a mark where B is and put a mark where C is. And then for each individual isoline that hits that piece of paper, you also put tick marks. Right? Somebody asked me earlier why I couldn't just use B and just use C. You can't do that because there's a lot of stuff that's happening in between B and C. In yesterday's example, if we would have just written the two dots for, I think it was A and B, right? Both A and B were on the same isoline. So your profile wouldn't really be a profile. It would be a straight line. That's not what's happening. In that example, it went down to a point and then back up, right? Because it had a river in the middle. If we were to just do B and C, we don't get a profile, right? We just get a straight line. So after we have all the tick marks, then we look at the map itself, right? C is at a location of 200 feet. So on your scrap piece of paper, you write 200 for C. I'm doing it down because I'm going to need the space. All right. Then you look for the contour interval. In this case, the contour interval is given to you at 20 feet. Right. In this direction, as I'm moving from C to B, right, we need to figure out, is this increasing or is this decreasing? Well, this black line, as we move from C to B, tells me that this is 300 here. So C is at 200. It means I'm increasing in this direction by 20 feet. So the line that is here should be 220. The line that is here should be 240. This should be 260, 280, 300, 320, 340. And I'm waiting on B. I'm waiting for a reason. Okay. When you look at B on the map itself, it's a depression. How do I know? Because it has the little tick marks, right? It also tells me that the measurement for B is also 340. Okay. Our next move is to, now I already have the dots done on here for me because I've been doing this all day, but your move is to line up your B and your C to the best of your ability, right? And remember, one of the tricks on doing this, guys, just watch for 1 second who are here, watch, right? Instead of having to worry about drawing the dot and drawing a straight line and everything else, take your piece of paper and slide it up to the 340 line and put a dot for this B and put a dot for the next line. Then slide it down to 320, put a dot. Slide it down to 300. Slide it down and just keep doing that until you have all of the dots between B and C. Okay, question? In that WB Mason one. Okay, then since there are two dots at the same point, leave those alone. Everything else connect. Go ahead, go get it, go get it. Right. Connect the dots. La la la. Go get the paper. You need it. All right, so we connected it like this. I'm just making this darker. See what says WB Mason right there in front of you, the plastic bag looking thing? Straight, straight, straight. There you go. Okay, I'm making this darker. You guys do not have to. I just want to make sure you guys at home can see it. Okay, so here's the thing, and this is what I want you guys just to pay attention to for a second, and then I'm going to let you guys do some more practice on this. You see how this is 340 and this is 340, correct? We don't know which way that has to go. We know it's not a straight line, but does this go up or does this go down? Well, let's look. The best way to do it is if you look back at where B is located, right? look at the line that is not connected to this from B to C, right? The one here, since it's a depression, it would have a point of 320, right? So if I was to do this on my map off of here, it would be over here, right? In order to go from that point to B, I have to move up. Then remember what I said yesterday. In order to figure out if you go up or down, you follow the trend. So when I follow the trend from here, I'm moving up and then back down. Okay, again, I'm making this darker so that you guys can see it, but you do not have to make it darker or thicker. It could just be a quick line. So your final answer should look like that, right? Notice that that line here never hit the 360 line up here. It never hit it. Sure. After the 300, does it go back up? After the 300, does it go back up? No. It keeps going straight down from 340 straight to 200. See? It goes straight down, straight to 200. Okay? So that's how you work on these kinds of problems. This is the hardest part. So figuring out, do I go up or do I go down? So I always say, look to the next line next to it that's not part of it and see which way it goes. Because in this case, it was lower. So in order to get from there to B, you move in an upward direction. It follows the same trend down to 340, and then it continuously goes down until it hits 200.